If you don't intend to listen to these imprecisions fully, I would recommend to listen to the first 30 seconds or a minute, in other words, the beginning, and then you could skip towards the end, fast forwards, because generally I tend to be improving as I get in the groove. Sometimes I'm slow to get moving. Now let's look for a topic that's soothing or violent. Am I losing my talent? Fuck, at some point it has to balance. I need to find a chance to find the rhyme, to find the time to do it, find a new line. The simple rhymes always are the most intriguing to fall back onto. That's why I got go and screw it up some more. Fuck this shit, like a whore. Damn, this is like a sore thumb sticking out. Not even a cannibal would wanna down that shit. There's no doubt. Better shout at as you get filleted. Oh, ended up on the violent streak. Not easy to listen to for the meek. Yes, it is. What am I saying? I seek the bliss. That is calmness. But I never find it. My mind is running on too quickly, writing too many lines, rhyming, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, same things all the time. What you saw before, but rather heard. I don't care, I'll murder the beat, even though none is there. Sometimes I feel overly prepared, pretty much always. My mind is too inclined to find ways to be sublime. And yes, I'm back to that same rhyme scheme. It seems like it's demeaning my talent, but what can I say? The seams are coming loose. The scenes on stage. Nothing there I can choose to avoid. I also don't know if I want to let loose right now. I think I'm being rather obtuse, and this one won't go on for too long. At least I doubt it will. But I said that before, and then it went on for 10 minutes or so. Don't know where to go. Too many topics to choose from, and now I lose my ability to decide which ride I want to take. Which roller coaster? Fuck. No, all these topics would be fake. I chose some more carefully, but it arose in different times, and now I see that I have nothing really to say. Other than that, I'm in a good mood. What can I say? Nah, I chew through these topics often enough. I was rude often enough, but I choose to do that again at some point. That will never end. And it's not because I like to offend, although in some ways it's amusing to see what people get offended at and take to be some form of insult rather than statement of fact. Sometimes I lack the ability to foresee which statements will be such. But it still is nice to just freely speak about what I want to. What am I doing? I'll succumb to something else and... Oh, nice. I still have a bit of time. Again, to find a new rhyme, to go back to that same shit. Someone was coming to visit, so that's why I wanted to split it into a shorter verse. I definitely prefer my raps when they are rehearsed and not slurred like what I just did. Fuck, it's difficult to get out a word. Can't think of the right verb. Doesn't matter. I'm disturbed enough, both in my mind and in my rhymes, to be able to string together a pleasant sentence that is longer than the one I should get. I'll always prevail even if you throw me in jail because I'm already in my mental one. Not necessarily fun, but also not the opposite. I don't think it can be undone, and I don't think I would want to if it could be, because I see what seems to be reality more clearly than the rest. And those fear that difference, looking for an opportunity to be blessed or whatever else will avoid the mess that they're in. It would be okay if it were in jest, but people take it serious. It seems sort of delirious. The vain attempt to try to prolong a life that has an end. Sing songs and strive for God to tend to your wounds, and then consume the soul, bring it to a new place, full of grace and with haste. Nah, fuck that shit. There's no place in that for rational thought. The people race to it like it ought to be true. It's definitely sought after. To me, it's to some degree baffling. I could never find comfort in something I couldn't believe is true. And since my youth, without sounding arrogant, but I knew that shit is bullshit. Soothing for some, but still, none of it is factually accurate. At least the supernatural parts. And also fuck those commandments and rules and inscriptions and laws that foresaw the future, the great grace himself put it down upon. Fuck that shit. In your worldview, if the Bible were true, I would be stoned, and not in the pleasant way I am right now. There would be a crowd around me, throwing boulders, pebbles, stones. Their skills don't even have to be honed. There would be sufficiently many that after a lot of pain and broken bones, internal bleeding, and receding mental state and consciousness, I would no longer persist. And of course, one can insist that it is moral, and it is the truth. But seriously, I'm happy for those who take it more allegorical. It's a pitfall for all to fall into. A downfall. Like a fall from grace, fuck that shit. And being chased. Why is that a positive thing? I myself don't spring into action that much, don't really care about it. I'm an ace, made by his grace. Though grey added, the gay side added, which maddens many of those fellows too. But true, it seems so simply false. But people gloss over that shit, and at least they take it as metaphor. Oh, that reminds me of one of the freestyle ones. I met a whore. That is my mind. That gets fucked over every time. I try to find something. Chuck that shit out. Like the concept of luck. On a deterministic level. In the personal state, much of it is. Bliss by circumstance, which can be called luck. Fuck, what was I saying? I chucked out too much. This thing is going nowhere. Yuck, it's disgusting, I don't care. I'm discussing different ideas. I'm hustling my different ways to do. Oh, now I'm 8 minutes through. This should have been a short one. I'll make it one too, by boarding at 9 minutes, and find the time to begin to sin it, as it tends towards 10. But it will end before then, because this is it. I quit.